Hello and welcome to Williams Dog Training Company. We're here today with Fred and Allie, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Allie's ability to understand and respond to her obedience commands, the corrections and motivations we give the dogs while we're working with them, and the training equipment we're using. Fred's using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he'll keep the bulk of that leash folded neatly in his right hand, which leaves the left hand free to give the correction. The correction, if needed, is just a tug and release on the training collar, which is the second piece of equipment that we're using. You'll want to keep that collar high up behind Allie's ears while you're working with her. You'll notice that she's seated very nicely on Fred's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done. The first command that we'll demonstrate for you today is heeling. The command is Allie, heel, and heeling is proper walking on a leash. She should walk nicely next to you on your left at your pace. So there should be no lagging behind or pulling forward, and incorporated into the heel exercise is an automatic sit. So anytime you stop moving your feet, Allie should be seated next to you, waiting for her next command. The next command that we'll demonstrate for you is the stay command. The stay is a hand and a voice command. You're going to use the open flat of your left palm and the one-word firm command to stay. When you first start practicing with Allie, you want to make these stays relatively short, but build up her ability to stay for longer periods of time. When Fred returns back to Allie, he's going to walk all the way around her, and she should remain seated until she receives praise or another command. Very nicely done. We'll run through the heel, the sit, and the stay again for you. When you're working with Allie, it is important to keep her motivated. Praise her after she's completed a command. She should remain interested in the training. This is a great mental workout for her. We're going to leave her another sit stay. And this time, instead of returning back to Allie, Fred will demonstrate the recall or the come on command. Allie's been trained to come in and sit nicely right in front of you. And then Fred will have her return back to heel position. Very good job. We'll show that to you one more time. And then back to heel position. Very good job. It's important that you incorporate all of these commands into your daily life, but we also recommend that you set aside about 10 to 15 minutes a day to run through the commands in a formal session, such as this video. It will help to keep the commands fresh. The next command that we'll demonstrate for you is down from a heel position. We're going to have Allie seated first, and then you're going to use your left hand and drop it straight down towards the ground. The one-word firm command to down. As with your sit stays, you want to make your down stays relatively short in the beginning, but build up her ability to stay in this position for longer periods of time. This is a great exercise to help develop her self-control, and you can practice it right in your living room. When Fred returns back to her, he will walk all the way around, and she should remain lying down until she receives praise or another command. Very good job. We'll show you the down from the heel position one more time. Instead of returning back to her, Fred will call her in. She should come in and sit nicely in front. Very good job. And then back to heel position. Very nicely done. The last command that we'll demonstrate for you today on video is down from a distance, and I'll give Fred and Allie a second to set up for that. Fred's going to leave Allie in a sit stay, and this time he is going to give her the down command from the end of the training leash. Very good job. These are all the formal obedience commands that Allie has learned while she's been away at school. She's come a long way since she first arrived, and it's been a pleasure having her. She's been a wonderful student. We ask that you keep us posted on how she's doing when she's back home with you. Call us with any questions and to schedule a follow-up lesson. Thank you so much for choosing Williams Dog Training Company as your personal dog trainer.